Have you ever wondered why potential customers visit your site and don't actually make a purchase? What if you could remind them, draw them back in, and actually get them to turn their site activity into a purchase? This is exactly how you can retarget people to convert despite all the recent limitations that Facebook has put in your way. It's not just about creating ads, it's about creating reminders and turning lost visitors into actual customers. My name is Sam Polero. I ran ads for VaynerMedia, one of the biggest agencies in New York City. I ran ads for BarkBox, one of the biggest direct-to-consumer subscription brands in the world. And now I own the Moonlighters, where we help 7-figure brands turn into 8-figure brands. The strategies that we're gonna go over in this video on how to retarget are exactly what we use to scale our clients today. All right, so I'm gonna walk you through a current client of ours and their exact structure that we're using to retarget customers to actually make them convert. Now, this campaign in particular, over the last 30 days, has a 5.97 ROAS. They are spending $1 to make nearly $6. That is basically printing money. So here we go. Let's take a peek in the account. We have our 3 setups. Now, these 3 ad sets are perfect for this size account. If you're spending thousands and thousands of dollars every single day, you're gonna need to break things down. You're gonna have to have a little bit more segmentation. But if you are just starting out, or if you're spending in the range of $10,000 to $30,000 in advertising, this is a perfect setup that you can follow. So here we go. First and foremost, we have our visitors campaign, or our visitors ad set. Within this ad set, we'll just go right through the settings here. We are driving to the website. And then if we scroll down just a little bit, our audience, this is what we really want to focus on. We have our audience to include site visitors over the last 30 days. This is the most straightforward audience that you can create. How you can do this in the ad platform is click Create New, Custom Audience, Website, and then you could actually fill out the parameters right here. So all website visitors over the last 30 days. I always recommend that you name your audiences very, very specifically so that you don't mix them up and you can keep reusing them. So since we have this set up, we don't actually need to implement it. The next important thing to do here is our exclusions. In the exclusions, we want to make sure that we are not targeting existing customers. It's very important that we have our swim lanes. We have our existing customers, people who have transacted with us before, they've made a purchase, and we have our people who have just interacted with the site, but not actually transacted or made a purchase with us. So for this ad set in particular, we have our site visitors over the last 30 days, and keep in mind, nothing else should be selected. We do not want to select Advantage Custom Audience. We do not want to change age, genders, or add any detailed targeting. What's really important here also is that we use this Advantage Plus placements. Okay, this is going to show you everywhere in the Meta suite. This includes Facebook, Instagram, Stories, Reels, WhatsApp, Audience Network, Marketplace, literally everything. We need to make sure that we are completely set up everywhere to retarget people. So let's go back to the main setup here. We have our visitors 30 days. Next, we have our add to cart 90 days. The add to cart is an extremely valuable conversion that occurs on the site. Now, it's not a purchase, but it's nearly as close you can get to a conversion without actually converting. So what we do here, all the settings remain the same, but if we scroll all the way down, we actually create a few customer lists. So the first is just the website list, which we already created, which is the add to cart 90 days. Next are 2 lists that we are actually importing from our CRM. In this case, this customer is using Klaviyo, one of the most popular email systems. Now, if you want to see how we connect Klaviyo to our Facebook ads, click the video over here. We're going to go through that in an in-depth tutorial. It is a little complicated, but it's really, really important for improving our matchback rates. So back to this, we have our add to cart 90 days, and we have the same exclusions. So we don't target anyone that's actually made a purchase before. We just have our 90-day add to carts. Same settings across the board, and on to the next ad set. Next ad set is the biggest one, and it's something that is constantly going to be feeding your ROAS, and it's really going to be helping how much revenue you're driving. This is a direct integration from Klaviyo. Again, we have our entire users list. Everyone that has been to the site, everyone that has given our email, our SMS, our Instagram followers, everyone is going to be in this mega customer list. Here's what's unique about this and why watching that Klaviyo video is so important. This list is not something you can just get from your Facebook pixel. You have to do this integration because you can only retarget these people because you own that data. So we use this list and we exclude our 2 purchaser lists, which we've mentioned a few times, and the same settings across the board. No detailed targeting, no gender targeting or anything like that, and we always select Advantage Plus placements. The next part of the retargeting funnel is retention. So retention, easily defined, is how do we retain customers who have already purchased with us to come back and purchase again? In many, many cases, these are the most profitable segments, the most profitable campaigns that you could run in an ad account. So I'm gonna walk you through our exact retention setup, and it is super, super simple. So first things first, we have our purchased all time. This again is coming from Klaviyo. We wanna make sure that we are literally hitting anyone who's ever purchased over all time. What's important to recognize here are the exclusions that we have. First, we have a 180-day purchase exclusion. So this is technically just going to be anyone who's purchased with us over 180 days ago. It's often really hard to convert people who haven't made a purchase with you over half a year ago. So we have an exclusion for 180 days, and we have an exclusion for 7 days. We have this 7-day exclusion in place because what we don't want to do is hit people who just purchased with us. They may have not even received your product yet. So it's really, really important that we exclude those people and we don't waste our dollars and also create a really uncomfortable advertising experience for the user. Okay, so that is the all purchase list. And then we have our 180-day list. This is basically going to be using the pixel data. We're gonna have a 180-day purchase window. Anyone who's purchased in the last 180 days is going to be targeted here. And we exclude the last 7, like I mentioned already, and the last 45. I'm gonna talk about why we target and exclude that 45-day purchase in a moment. So our final retention ad set and audience here for retargeting is going to be the 45-day purchase window. 45 days seems to be right now the sweet spot for when someone either continues to purchase with you or is a lapsed customer and has moved on. Let me give you a pretty straightforward example. If you're a skincare brand or a makeup brand, you generally have a repeat purchase rate of 30 days. If someone waits more than 30 days to purchase again with you, you're gonna have a hard time converting that person because chances are they purchased with somebody else, right? So what we like to do is have anyone under 45 days be included in a group. This is the most important time to get that person to repeat purchase. It keeps them in our system, it keeps them loyal to the brand. So that's why we have a 45-day purchase event here, and we always exclude 7 days. All right, that is our setup that we are currently using for brands spending between 10 and 30K per month in advertising. This is the retargeting setup that we have right now, and it's been working like a charm. Just to recap quickly, we have on the retargeting side, we have site visitors 30 days, which let's just show it one more time here. Cool, we have site visitors 30 days, we have add to cart 90 days, and then we have our all-time list, all our emails, all our SMS contacts, all our Instagram followers. Then on the retention side, which are people who have transacted with you before, we have our purchased all time, our purchased 180 days, and our purchased 45 days. I would highly recommend you look at all the exclusions and all the targeting that we just covered in this short video. Retargeting is critical. You've already spent so much money to get the person to your site, the potential customer to actually act on your site, see your products, maybe even add things to the cart. You just need to get them over the hump before one of your competitors swoops in and gets them to make a purchase. So retarget aggressively and make sure you have clear swim lanes. Everything is segmented properly to maximize your results in your retargeting and retention categories. If this video provided value, if you think your business is going to make just a little bit more money after watching this video, let me know in the comments and hit the subscribe button. Thank you.